What is your take right now on where things stand with the playoffs? And could you see a situation where full season would be a good system for the Cup Series?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a good system. I think it's fine.
Chase Elliott, who currently tops the NASCAR Cup standings, announced at Indianapolis that he wants NASCAR to scrap the 16-driver, 4-round playoff system and return to a full-season points championship, something his father Bill raced in and was built on.
A really good and competitive battle to the regular season.
Elliott said, highlighting how tight things have been over the first 26 races each year.
I think the system would be just fine, if you just had a full season, and if somebody runs away with it, so what? Like, let's celebrate the fact that somebody ran away with it. The last, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last 2 or 3 years, I think it's really been pretty tight all the way down to what's it been, Daytona, I guess, has been the final race now. So
this view appeals to fans who prefer a traditional motorsport format, rewarding endurance and long-term excellence rather than just clutch performances under pressure. Interestingly, the current playoff structure helped Elliott capture his first Cup championship in 2020, but that history hasn't stopped him from arguing that it's time to rethink the format. He maintains that motorsports doesn't need to follow the trends set by other leagues, and that fierce excellence should be rewarded, not reset.
Motorsports does not have to be like everybody else to be successful, and I'll stand by that until I get done.
Elliott's remarks show a desire for authenticity over theatrics, suggesting that NASCAR's uniqueness lies in celebrating consistent skill rather than sudden spikes of success. Brad Keselowski, the 2012 Cup champion and a staunch believer in the playoff era, turned out to be on Elliott's side, tweeting that the parity generated by the next-gen car is undervalued in the current playoff format. As Keselowski put it, what Chase said. NASCAR icon Mark Martin chimed in with mad respect for Elliott's stance. Even Dale Earnhardt Jr. tweeted, "I can't argue with this." Strong endorsements from legends surely add weight. These voices from all sides of the NASCAR timeline reinforce the notion that full-season consistency deserves more respect than it currently gets. The conversation over format change has heated up recently. NASCAR delayed any major revisions until 2026, but is running a committee that includes drivers like Christopher Bell to study possible new systems. Meanwhile, Elliott's comments amplify the grassroots push to revisit traditional scoring. The timing is key. As NASCAR faces declining viewership and shifting fan expectations, the structure of how a champion is crowned has never been more relevant. With social media amplifying every opinion and fan movement, NASCAR can't afford to ignore the noise for much longer. Elliott is the only driver in 2025 to finish in the top 20 in all 21 races so far. That consistency has kept him at the front, despite having just one win this season. He won at Echo Park Speedway and led 238 laps at Dover, but didn't seal the victory due to a missed pit call. He currently holds 702 points, 16 ahead of teammate William Byron and 38 ahead of Kyle Larson. If things hold up, Elliott could capture the 2025 regular season championship, earning 15 playoff points. While others have racked up more wins, Elliott's steadiness across the board tells a different story, one of calculated persistence and race-to-race discipline. His approach might not be flashy, but it's undoubtedly effective. The rich irony here, while Elliott embraces season-long excellence, some say that's just average. Former Cup driver Kyle Petty has dissected Elliott's performance on PRN's Fast Talk. As Petty put it,
he's been incredibly consistent, mostly mediocre consistent, which has led him to lead the championship. And that's all you can say about it, is he has run in the top 5 or top 10, top 5, and run in the top 15 or so, but he's just there.
He basically said top 20 finishes don't impress him. It's wins, top 5s, and bold races that count. He compared Elliott's strategy to the tortoise in The Tortoise and the Hare.
He's knocking on the door. Right now, he's the tortoise, okay? And that's the way I look at it. And it's big for the sport. It's big for the fans because they love it and they care about it. But, I'm just a guy who likes to watch a series where the best team wins and the best team is the champion and the guy who runs up front is the guy who wins and stuff. I don't want to see the guy that consistently runs fourth be my guy. he's not my guy. So I'm sorry. That's my critique on him leading the points at this time. He's been consistent.
Critics like Petty argue that fans want to see drivers who take risks and win big, not just accumulate points through safe finishes. It's a fair argument, but it assumes every fan wants fireworks over fundamentals. And despite the criticism, Elliott's name remains on top, which is exactly what this debate is all about. All eyes now turn to the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, an event with special meaning to Elliott. His father Bill won here in 2002, cementing the Elliott family legacy. Younger Chase has never finished in the top 5 at Indy and has yet to win there, but if he does this weekend, it could be monumental. Victory would not only silence critics but strengthen his argument for consistency over drama. With just 5 races left before the playoffs, this might be his last chance to lock in playoff points or even clinch the regular season title. The Brickyard could be the perfect setting for Elliott to prove that vanilla can still win over hearts and headlines. This is more than a sidebar controversy. It's a philosophical divide. Do we crown the driver who dominates a handful of key races, or honor the one who performs at a high-level race-in and race-out? Elliott is essentially betting on the latter and dreaming aloud for NASCAR to officially embrace it. The divide mirrors larger questions in sports. Is greatness about clutch moments, or is it about always being there, always performing? Elliott's stance suggests that real greatness is more marathon than sprint. As fans, we're left to decide which version of greatness we value more. Imagine if NASCAR scrapped the playoffs after 2025. What might change? Underdogs like Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, or even William Byron would need to balance aggression with reliability all season. Elite precision would matter more than peaking at playoff time. Sponsorship value might shift toward consistency across summer rather than short bursts in the fall. Fans might engage more deeply in each race, knowing every single finish could make or break the season. Elliott's proposal isn't just nostalgia. It's a potential reshaping of how teams race and strategize. It's a future where every race matters, not just the ones in October. Chase Elliott pressing for a return to full-season scoring may be bold, but it's rooted in his current form. He's leading the standings with unrelenting reliability and has earned backing from legends and fans alike. Critics may call him vanilla, but maybe that's the point. Points, finish after finish, until the season's end. If NASCAR listens, the sport could be heading full circle. If they don't, the debate isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Elliott's call has stirred the pot, and now all of NASCAR is waiting to see what comes next. So, what's next? Will NASCAR officials listen to Elliott, Martin, Keselowski, and fans lining up behind full-season truth? Or will the playoff magic persist, celebrated by highlights instead of consistency? The story will evolve through the Brickyard 400 and into the final stretch of the regular season, and maybe beyond.